Starting to do some amazing things thanks to you guys, all of our supporters.
Thank you guys.
And listeners.
As the country fell in love with the Kelce brothers, their mom Donna became a fan favorite.
It was adorable seeing Jason on the field with the girls anyways.
Absolutely. That was the cutest thing.
Before the headlines, before the romance, before the world knew their name, there was a family fighting quietly for survival. The Kelce story didn't begin on NFL fields or in primetime interviews. It started in Cleveland Heights, Ohio, inside a home built on toughness, sacrifice, and relentless discipline. Ed and Donna Kelce weren't raising superstars. They were raising boys who needed structure, direction, and a shot at a better life. They didn't come from privilege. They came from grit. And in a world where every kid dreams of making it, the Kelce brothers were learning early that dreams don't come true without bruises, heartbreak, and a whole lot of failure first. This is the story America never saw. A childhood shaped by pressure, expectations, and a family holding itself together through sheer willpower. Before Taylor Swift, before the cameras, before the fame, there was the raw, unpolished beginning of two brothers destined to rewrite football history.
Not really. You guys are doing a fantastic job.
All right, there we go. All right.
Before we move on, make sure to subscribe to our channel so you never miss any of our upcoming documentaries. For Kelce and Travis Kelce, childhood wasn't carefree. It was competitive, loud, and fueled by a father who pushed them harder than the world ever would. Ed Kelce, a steel mill worker with battle-tested hands, believed discipline was the only path to survival. Donna, juggling shifts and responsibilities, made sure the boys never forgot the value of heart. Their home was a training ground long before it became a memory. Arguments were common, expectations were heavy, and every mistake became a lesson. Jason, the older brother, felt the pressure of leadership. Travis, gifted but unpredictable, felt the pressure of comparison. Every day was a challenge, academically, emotionally, and physically. But that pressure forged something powerful: resilience. The world would later see the fame, the championships, the headlines. But it was these early battles, these small wars inside the Kelce home, that shaped the men who would one day stand under the brightest lights in America.
This show is taking off. It might be boosted a little bit by the Super Bowl.
Jason wasn't born a superstar. He wasn't the fastest, the biggest, or even the most talented kid on the field. Coaches overlooked him. Scouts ignored him. But Jason had something more powerful than talent. He had a burning desire to prove every critic wrong. In high school, he fought for every starting position. Nothing came easy. His body was average. His confidence? Shaken often. But Jason learned to embrace the grind. He lived in weight rooms, studied plays late, and treated every practice like a championship. Still, doors kept closing. Colleges passed. Recruiters went silent. Jason started to wonder if football even wanted him. But the Kelce mentality wouldn't let him quit. Donna reminded him of his strength. Ed reminded him of his toughness. And Jason made a choice. If nobody believed in him, he would believe in himself twice as hard. This was the beginning of a rise no one saw coming.
Mom, you do have a broadcasting degree. Do you have any coaching points?
I do.
Unlike Jason, Travis Kelce didn't struggle with talent. He struggled with control. He was the kid who could outrun, outplay, and outshine everyone, but also the kid who could ruin everything with one reckless decision. Travis was charismatic, electric, and dangerous in all the ways a gifted teenager can be. Coaches adored him, but they didn't trust him. His potential was massive, but so were his mistakes. He battled attitude issues, distractions, and moments where his own choices nearly cost him his future. Travis wasn't bad. He was lost. He wanted greatness, but didn't know how to discipline himself the way Jason had. And the more people expected from him, the more he pushed back. This chapter of Travis's life was filled with conflict, external and internal. He was a young man trying to outrun the consequences of his own behavior. And soon, one mistake at the University of Cincinnati would change his life forever.
Having two games, on the same day, that means so much.
The Kelce family had survived arguments, injuries, academic struggles. But nothing prepared them for the news that Travis Kelce had been suspended from the University of Cincinnati football program. One bad decision, one mistake, one moment that sent shockwaves through the entire household. For Travis, it was more than embarrassment, it was a wake-up call. For Jason, already on the team and fighting for his own career, it was devastating to watch his younger brother fall. For Ed and Donna, it was a moment of fear. What if Travis had just thrown away everything they worked for? The suspension became a turning point. Travis hit rock bottom emotionally. Doubt, guilt, anger, he felt all of it. But the Kelces don't abandon their own. Jason stepped up, offering support and tough love. Their bond, often competitive, became a lifeline. This crisis didn't break Travis. It rebuilt him and set the stage for his comeback.
There's only so many people that are allowed on the field.
That's what they say.
Jason Kelce's journey to the NFL was nothing short of miraculous. Even after college success, experts doubted him. Too small, too short, too slow, not athletic enough. Draft day arrived, and with each passing hour, Jason sat in silence, watching other names appear. Names scouts said were better or more promising. Jason felt invisible all over again. Then, when hope seemed lost, the Philadelphia Eagles took a chance. A sixth-round pick. No guarantees. No promises. Just a shot. Jason didn't celebrate like a superstar. He celebrated like a survivor. He knew this wasn't the finish line. It was the beginning of a new war. And in Philadelphia, a city that demands heart, toughness, and grit, Jason Kelce would find the perfect battlefield to become a legend.
We are still the #1 sports podcast in the world.
After his suspension, Travis had two choices: disappear into regret or claw his way back. He chose to climb. With the help of his coaches and especially his brother Jason, Travis rebuilt himself physically, mentally, and emotionally. He committed to discipline. He embraced humility. And he learned how to lead with purpose instead of ego. Travis didn't just return to the field, he dominated it. His talent was now sharpened by maturity. The NFL began to see what Cincinnati had always known. Travis Kelce wasn't just good, he was generational. When draft day came, Travis watched with quiet confidence. And when the Kansas City Chiefs selected him, he wasn't just joining a team, he was stepping into his destiny. This wasn't the rise of a star. It was the rebirth of one.
In light of the current situation in which Travis and I will be playing against each other,
success didn't divide the Kelces. It strengthened them. Jason and Travis rose from the same foundation. Blue-collar grit, parental sacrifice, and a home where excuses didn't exist. Their paths were different. One forged through slow, painful progress, the other through raw talent and redemption. But they were built from the same blueprint: adversity. America would eventually see their championships, their podcasts, their jokes, their smiles. But before the world saw the glamour, the Kelces lived through years of financial strain, emotional battles, and personal growth. This segment explores the family bond that shaped two men into icons, a bond that remained strong long before Taylor Swift, long before celebrity culture, long before fame turned them into household names.
The NFL, in their infinite wisdom, decided to put both games back to back.
Jason Kelce entered the NFL with the same doubts that have followed him his entire life. Analysts called him too small for center, a risky pick, and not built for pro-level dominance. Philadelphia, a city known for its brutal honesty, didn't roll out a red carpet. They gave him a challenge. And Jason embraced it like a man who had been underestimated for too long. Every practice became a battle. Every snap was a statement. Every hit screamed, "You were wrong about me." But the real pressure wasn't from the league. It came from knowing he represented something bigger: his family, his journey, and the thousands of overlooked athletes fighting to be seen. Slowly, Jason transformed from an underdog into a force. The locker room respected him. The city embraced him. And the NFL began to notice the silent warrior playing with unmatched heart. What started as a long-shot dream was becoming a legacy, one forged through fire, sweat, and pure willpower.
There was no time. We were lucky enough that we could see his ceremony,
When Travis Kelce arrived in Kansas City, he was still raw, talented, yes, but unpolished, emotional, and hungry for redemption. Then came Andy Reid, a coach who understood players with complicated pasts. Reid didn't judge Travis, he believed in him. That belief became Travis's fuel. Practices were intense. Expectations were high. But for the first time, Travis felt seen not just as talent, but as potential greatness. Coach Reid gave Travis freedom to create, improvise, and reshape the tight end position. And Travis responded with performances that electrified the league. Fans saw the flashy plays. Analysts saw the numbers. But behind it all was a relationship built on trust. This wasn't just a player rising. It was a coach unlocking a legend. Travis Kelce wasn't simply climbing the NFL ladder. He was redefining it. And the league was beginning to realize it was witnessing something rare. A star who could dominate the field and change the game forever.
I wanted both of you guys to get into the Super Bowl. And
The Kelce brothers never stopped competing, ever. Whether it was backyard wrestling, video games, lifting weights, or racing to the car, everything was a battle. And that lifelong competition became the foundation of their greatness. Jason pushed Travis to stay focused. Travis pushed Jason to stay sharp. And together, they raised the bar for what dedication looked like. But it wasn't always smooth. Their relationship had moments of tension, jealousy, and emotional distance. Success doesn't remove sibling rivalry. It intensifies it. And as both brothers climbed the NFL ranks, the pressure grew. Yet through every challenge, one truth stayed solid. They wanted each other to win. Even when playing for different franchises, in different conferences, under different systems, the brothers shared a bond deeper than football. A bond built on childhood struggle, forgiveness, and unconditional loyalty. This segment reveals how brotherhood didn't just shape them, it saved them.
You wanted to see one of us lose a Super Bowl. I get it.
Behind every NFL great is a story. Behind two NFL greats, there's a force. Ed Kelce wasn't just a father. He was a blueprint for resilience. Working long hours at a steel mill, coming home exhausted, covered in dust and sweat, he showed his sons what strength looked like. Not with words, but with sacrifice. He taught Jason and Travis that life doesn't reward excuses. If you want something, you fight for it. You bleed for it. You wake up every day and outwork everyone in your way. The boys didn't understand it growing up. But as they matured, they realized their father's toughness wasn't cruelty, it was preparation. Today, Jason and Travis credit their mindset, their discipline, and their refusal to quit to the man who demonstrated those values daily. This segment honors Ed, the quiet warrior who shaped the NFL's most iconic brothers long before the cameras ever arrived.
I am going to be screaming the entire game. Whoever has the ball.
America fell in love with Donna Kelce during the Super Bowl era, but her real story began decades earlier. She was the steady force when things fell apart, the voice of reason when emotions ran high, the warmth that balanced Ed's toughness. Donna juggled work, bills, school runs, football practices, injuries, suspensions, heartbreaks, everything. And she did it with grace. She attended every game she could, often racing from one son's event to another in a single day. Her support wasn't loud, it was consistent. The brothers credit their emotional resilience to her. Travis said she was the safe place. Jason said she was the reason we never lost ourselves. This segment reveals the woman behind the viral memes and sideline interviews. The mother who carried the Kelce family through storms, challenges, and triumphs. Before the fame, before the spotlight, Donna was the foundation.
I wanted to be the highest scoring Super Bowl ever in the history.
As Jason and Travis carved their paths, the NFL began witnessing something remarkable. Two brothers dominating at the highest level, each in completely different ways. Jason, a leader in the trenches, reshaped offensive line play with rare agility. Travis, an offensive mismatch nightmare, shattered tight end expectations. Two different styles. One unstoppable family legacy. Commentators couldn't help comparing them. Fans couldn't stop choosing favorites. Analysts began asking a question sports rarely encounters. How did one family produce two generational talents? The answer wasn't genetics. It was hardship, discipline, and unbreakable brotherhood. With every season, every highlight, every victory, the Kelce brothers were no longer rising stars. They were becoming symbols, representatives of what American grit can create. The NFL wasn't just watching them grow. It was witnessing the beginning of a dynasty.
I'm rooting for the offense. I can't pick.
When Jason and Travis Kelce walked into their first Pro Bowl together, it wasn't just an achievement. It was a full circle moment. Two boys who once fought in the living room were now standing beside legends. The emotions were overwhelming. Jason felt pride, not for himself, but for Travis. Travis felt gratitude for Jason's guidance and tough love. For Ed and Donna, watching their son share that stage was like watching every sacrifice, every sleepless night, every worry turn into victory. This wasn't luck. This wasn't chance. This was the culmination of hard years, painful moments, and unbelievable resilience. The Pro Bowl wasn't the destination. It was the beginning of a shared legacy, proof that the Kelces weren't just surviving the NFL, they were shaping it.
To have both jerseys, half jerseys on, I'm rooting for both teams. That's all there is to it.
In 2017, the Philadelphia Eagles embarked on a run that felt impossible. Injuries, doubts, criticism, everything stacked against them. But the heart of that team was Jason Kelce. He became the emotional engine, holding the team together through the toughest season in franchise history. And when the Eagles reached Super Bowl 52, Jason delivered the performance of a lifetime. But it was his speech, raw, explosive, iconic, that cemented his legend. Standing dressed as the Mummers Parade figure, he shouted the truth every underdog in America felt. We were underdogs, and we overcame. That moment wasn't about football. It was about fighting back when the world writes you off. Jason didn't just win a championship. He became the soul of Philadelphia.
Fletcher's going to be very upset with your answer.
Tell him that I'm 50% with you guys. Yes.
While Jason cemented his legacy in Philadelphia, Travis Kelce was crafting his own dynasty in Kansas City. With Patrick Mahomes beside him, Travis became unstoppable, arguably the greatest height in the game has ever seen. He broke records. He shattered expectations. He dominated every defense sent his way. But beneath the glory was a man who remembered his suspension, his lowest moment, and the brother who lifted him up. Travis played with purpose, with fire, with redemption. Super Bowl 54 was his breakthrough. Super Bowl 57 solidified him. He wasn't just part of the Chiefs' success. He was the heartbeat of it. This segment highlights the evolution of Travis Kelce, from troubled college athlete to NFL icon.
You're going to be rocking the 50-50 Kelce jersey I got you.
Then came the impossible. Jason Kelce versus Travis Kelce. Eagles versus Chiefs. The first brothers in NFL history to face each other in the Super Bowl. America watched as Donna Kelce became the star, supporting both sons, wearing split jerseys, holding back tears. The game was emotional, intense, historic. Jason wanted another ring. Travis wanted validation. But beyond the competition was something deeper: love, respect, brotherhood. When the clock hit 0 and the Chiefs won, the world saw a moment that transcended sports. Jason hugging Travis, both in tears. Not winners and losers. Just two brothers who had climbed impossible mountains to meet at the top.
87's on the front. And so I had to turn around real quick because I could tell he was pissed.
Before the global headlines, before the romance that shook the internet, before the camera flashes, there were two brothers who built their fame the hard way. Not through celebrity culture, not through trends, but through grit, discipline, sacrifice, and authenticity. Travis and Jason were already legends long before pop culture discovered them. Their podcast, New Heights, skyrocketed not because of fame, but because America related to them. Brothers who laugh, fight, argue, and love just like any family. Their story proves one thing: fame didn't make the Kelces. Effort did. So when Taylor Swift eventually entered the storyline, she didn't create their spotlight. She stepped into a story that was already iconic.
Choose me, just know that both Wyatt and Elliot will grow up without a father.
The Kelce family's journey is more than a football story. It's an American story, a tale of grit, redemption, and family loyalty. From a steelworker's home in Ohio to the biggest stages in the world, Jason and Travis proved that greatness isn't given, it's earned. Their legacy goes beyond wins, records, and headlines. Their impact is found in every kid who feels overlooked, every athlete fighting to redeem themselves, every family trying to stay afloat. Before Taylor Swift, before fame, before superstardom, there was the untold rise of a family who refused to break. And now, the world finally knows the truth. This isn't just the Kelce story. It's the blueprint for what unbreakable belief can create. The documentary ends not with a finish, but with a legacy still being written.
Start breeding. I got to start breeding.
Please
All
do
the
not.
breeders out there.
Wait till you find
Slide
the right.
If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you never miss any of our upcoming documentaries.